Hey everyone, welcome back for another deep dive. Today we're tackling a topic that hits close to home for many of us, especially in our digital age.
Let me guess.
Headaches.
Hey, those are never fun.
But not just any headaches, we're going deep into what are called cervicogenic headaches.
Oh, the sneaky ones.
And we're doing this deep dive because, well, you've sent us in this document, cervicogenicheadaches.pdf, so we know you're curious.
Always ready to explore.
So are you ready to sort of unravel the mystery of these headaches, figure out what they are, why they happen, and most importantly, what we can do about them?
Absolutely. I think what's really fascinating about cervicogenic headaches is how they illustrate the interconnectedness of our bodies.
Right.
You feel the pain in your head, but the root cause is actually in your neck.
Okay, so let's start there. Can you explain that a little bit more? I mean, how can a pain in my neck literally become a headache?
It all comes down to the cervical spine, which is the technical term for your neck. The upper part of the cervical spine, especially those top few vertebrae, C1 to C3,
Okay.
they have a very close relationship with the nerves that supply your head and face.
Interesting.
And when there's any kind of dysfunction in this area,
Like, what do you mean?
well, it could be muscle tension, joint stiffness, or even inflammation. Those nerves can become irritated. And guess what? They send those pain signals straight up to your head.
So it's not the brain itself hurting, it's like a referred pain from the neck?
Exactly. It's like a chain reaction starting in the neck and ending up in your head as a headache.
Okay, that makes sense. But I mean, what kinds of things can actually trigger this whole chain reaction in the first place?
So many things. But one of the biggest culprits, especially nowadays,
Is it?
poor posture, that forward head posture, the one we all get from hunching over our phones and computers all day long.
Oh, I'm definitely guilty of that.
Think about it, though. For every inch your head moves forward, it puts an extra 10 pounds of force on your neck.
Whoa, really?
It's true. So basically, if you're constantly looking down at your phone, it's like carrying around a bowling ball on your shoulders.
Okay, no wonder my neck gets sore sometimes. So bad posture, what else?
Past injuries can definitely play a role. Things like whiplash from a car accident
Right.
can create lasting instability in the neck, making it more prone to these headaches. And even seemingly minor things, like sleeping on the wrong pillow or carrying a heavy bag on one shoulder all the time, that can contribute to muscle imbalances and tension, which can then trigger those headaches.
Wow, so even small everyday habits can add up.
Absolutely. And we can't forget about stress.
Oh yeah, stress is the worst.
When you're stressed, you tend to clench your jaw and tighten your neck muscles without even realizing it.
That's so true, I do that all the time. Okay, so we've got posture, injuries, stress. It's kind of like a perfect storm for cervicogenic headaches.
Yeah, pretty much.
But how can we tell for sure if a headache is actually coming from the neck? I mean, there are so many different types of headaches out there.
That's a great question. One of the key clues is the location of the pain.
Location, okay.
Cervicogenic headaches typically cause pain on one side of the head or face.
So not both sides.
Usually not. It's often described as a kind of dull, aching pain, and it can radiate to the forehead, the temple, or even behind the eye.
Okay, so one-sided and kind of deep and achy, got it. What other signs should we be looking out for?
Well, neck stiffness is a big one.
Well, yeah, that makes sense.
You might also notice a decreased range of motion in your neck. It's painful or difficult to turn your head, look up or down. Some people also experience dizziness, ear pain, or even blurred vision along with the headache.
Whoa, I never realized those could be connected to headaches.
It all goes back to those nerves in the upper cervical spine.
Right, so if we're experiencing these symptoms, it's probably a good idea to, get things checked out.
Absolutely, especially if the headaches are frequent, severe, or starting to interfere with your daily life. A healthcare professional can help determine the root cause and recommend the best treatment plan.
Makes sense. But before we even get to that point, there must be things we can do to prevent these headaches from happening in the first place, right?
Definitely. Prevention is always key, and a lot of it comes down to simple lifestyle changes.
Like what?
Well, improving your posture is a huge one. Making sure your computer screen is at eye level, taking breaks to stretch and move around, being mindful of how you hold your phone.
So it's all about ergonomics, really.
Exactly. And strengthening the muscles that support your neck and upper back is super important too.
Why is that?
Well, strong muscles provide stability and help keep your head in proper alignment.
Makes sense. Are there any specific exercises you would recommend?
Oh, there are tons. Simple things like chin tucks, shoulder blade squeezes, gentle neck rotations. These can all make a big difference.
Got it. Posture, stretches, strengthening exercises. What about stress management? Any tips there?
Stress management is just as important as any physical measure. When you're stressed, your muscles tense up, and that includes your neck muscles. So finding healthy ways to manage stress.
Yep.
Exercise, meditation, spending time in nature. Whatever works for you, it can really help prevent those tension headaches from taking hold.
I like that. So it's a holistic approach, really, addressing both the physical and mental aspects.
Exactly.
This has been so informative. We've learned so much about cervicogenic headaches, what they are, what causes them, and even how to prevent them.
Yeah.
But what's the main takeaway you want our listeners to remember?
If you're experiencing headaches, take a moment to consider, could it be coming from your neck? Pay attention to those other symptoms we talked about, neck stiffness, restricted movement, and if things aren't improving, don't hesitate to seek professional guidance.
That's great advice. Well, we hope you all found this deep dive helpful and empowering. And remember, knowledge is power when it comes to your health. Until next time.